Let's talk about immigration operations. New tonight, a man says his brother, a U.S. citizen, was detained after he warned workers about an ICE raid. Despite telling Border Patrol he was a citizen, they allegedly arrested him anyway.
And while in custody, his family worries he won't have any insulin. Fox 11's Laura Diaz live in Montebello with the latest on this case.
Yes, Phil and Christine, it's been a little bit over 24 hours since Javier Ramirez was arrested here by ICE agents. We are in the community of Montebello. Now, his family says that he is a U.S. citizen, and they say that he was put in cuffs right here in this area that you see behind me off to the right. And they supplied us with footage that was supplied to them coming off of surveillance video and their firsthand account. Let's listen.
He yelled inside the premises, "Hey, CBP's here, pretty much, immigration's here, Border Patrol." And I guess they got offended over that. When I walked up, I seen that my brother was pretty much, beat up. And I told one of the CBP officers, pretty much, like, they didn't even know, like, did you hit my brother? What's going on, you know? Pretty much all my family members came out and told him, hey, he's an American citizen. What are you guys are doing, you know? But they didn't pay attention to that, you know. And my brother told him, hey, I'm a U.S. citizen. What are you guys are doing, you know? I was born in San Bernardino, and they still antagonized him.
Why do you think he was singled out?
Because he spoke Spanish.
So they're just driving through the neighborhood. They see your business and they just come up and.
It's not about seeing business. It's about seeing Hispanics on the road. If you see Hispanics, they're antagonized, saying, hey, so most likely we're going to find documents here.
So you think they're racial profiling?
They're racial profiling.
The family says so far they haven't been able to speak to Javier. As we said at the top, he is a diabetic and needs his insulin. They worry that he's not getting it. The U.S. attorney says that Ramirez was arrested for assaulting an officer. His family firmly denies that that is actually true. As for his whereabouts, what they've been able to learn is that he is downtown at the detention center. They hope that perhaps they'll be able to speak to him on Monday, but so far they've had no direct contact with him. They can only confirm that that's where he's being held. But they allege that the only reason he was picked up was because he was yelling out that ICE was here on the premises. Laura Diaz reporting live from Montebello, sending it back to the studio.
Laura, I'm wondering, are they working with an attorney? Do they have an assistance group? Some of the groups that have been standing up for people on the immigration issue?
Yes, they're working with a nonprofit, but they also have a family member who's an attorney who is trying to help them, and they're seeking a second attorney. So they believe that by next week they will have more answers. But they describe, and you saw the scene that was provided to us by them, the brother owns a towing shop not far from here. He says his brother had just showed up to look at a car. He does wholesale car sales, and he just happened to be here. He doesn't actually own this business off to the left, but simply happened to be here checking out a car that he might be able to sell, and that's when all this went down. That is according to the family, and we told you what the U.S. attorney had to say about what the allegations were.
Well, I mean, we've all done countless stories on allegations of them assaulting a police officer when someone's arrested, which, you know, isn't always the case. But it just seems like we've seen how many of these examples in the past week that are just frightening to the public, because it just seems like it's almost at random, right? I guess that's not really a question, Laura. It's more of an observation.
Well, I'm hearing it from a lot of people, Phil. Honestly, I'm hearing from people that they're seeing the ICE agents in neighborhoods that are historically Latino, and that they drive around looking for somebody, and these are their words, who appear to be illegal, which, you know, code might be they appear to be Latino. And then they go up and try to see, they ask somebody, are you here legally? Sometimes people will say no. Sometimes people won't say anything, or sometimes they'll run. And that at that point, the apprehension takes place. But in this case, this man grew up. He was born here in San Bernardino. He is an American citizen. He even said that he had his passport on him. So this is a little bit of a different tale than we've been hearing. But the story that they describe is certainly frightening.